Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So friends, today I'm going to explain a very interesting topic in SQL Server. So I'm going to explain that what are the schemas in SQL Server and what are the use of the schema and why we are using schema. So in SQL Server, schema is like a namespace or we can say like a container that hold database objects. For example, suppose we are creating a database objects for education ERP and we need to create some multiple objects for different type of schema. So in that case, suppose there are multiple modules like exam module, fee module, admin module. So if we want to create a schema according to our module, so we can create exam schema. In that case, we can create all the exams related tables inside that schema. We can create schema, then we can create all the fees related tables inside that schema. Admin schema create all the admin related tables inside that schema. And what is the syntax of the creating the schema? So syntax is create a schema and a schema name. After creating a schema, suppose we want to transfer one table from one schema to another schema. So it is also possible. We can also transfer the table or any other object from one schema to another schema. So in that case, we can use different syntax to transfer the schema. So transfer schema. We can transfer the schema. I'm giving you one example. What is the syntax of transfer the schema? Alter schema and then we need to write here target schema name. Then transfer and then object name with the schema name. You can see here that I have given one example like alter schema exam. Exam schema is the destination schema and transfer admin dot student. So now here I want to transfer table admin dot student to exam dot student. And if we are having some extra schema, if we want to delete schema, then we can also use drop command to drop the schema. But remember one point that before dropping any schema, we have to drop all the related objects, all the related database objects which are depend on that schema. If we are having any table, any stored procedure, any view related to that schema, so in that case we cannot drop that schema. So now I'm moving to the SQL Server and I'm giving you some example that how can we use this schema. So now moving to the SQL Server window, and here I'm going to write some query and with example so that I can make you understand that how can we use a schema and what are the use of the schema. We can use this schema for the security purpose. I'm now creating some schema and then we'll create some table and then we'll show you that how schema is useful and how can we use schema. So first I'm creating here a schema. Create a schema. Schema name is exam. So now exam schema is created. Now I want to create one more schema, admin. Create a schema and then schema name is admin. There is already an object name. Okay. So admin schema we are already having, so we don't need to create the admin schema. Okay, so now we have created two schema. Now I'm going to create a table inside that admin schema. Okay, so create, sorry, spelling mistake, create table name. So here we are going to give the table name with the schema name. Okay, so admin schema is already there, so I'm going to create a table with the schema admin dot student. Okay, then column ID number and then student name. Now let's execute this query. Okay, so we can see here that now admin student table is created. How can we check that this table is created in the schema or not? So by default schema is DVO. So now I'm going to select this table from student. So you can see here that what message we are getting. Invalid object name. Okay. Now if I'm going to add here schema name, admin.student. Now let's execute. Okay, so you can see here that now it is displaying the table. Okay, so now insert some values in this table. Insert into admin student, then values are 1, then student 1. Okay, this is the first record I'm going to insert here. Okay, one record is inserted. Now I'm going to insert second record like student ID 2 and name is student 2. So let's see that. Okay, this record is already inserted. Now checking this table. So we are having one table admin.student. Now if we are going to check that if there is any table with the name of exam.student. Okay, you can see here that invalid object name exam.student. It means we are not having any table with the name of exam student, or we can say that there is no table of name student in exam schema. Now I'm going to transfer this table student admin.student to exam.student. Okay, so now alter schema and schema name. What is the destination schema name? Exam, because we are going to transfer this schema from admin to exam. Then transfer, and what table we are going to transfer? Admin dot student. Now execute this query. Yes, command is successful. Okay, so now if we will check that admin dot student table, no object is there, and if we will check here exam dot student. Okay, so now this table is transferred to exam dot student. Previously it was there in admin dot student. Now okay, now let's see that how can we drop the schema. Drop schema and schema name exam. Okay, let's see what message we are getting. Okay, so we are getting this message that cannot drop schema exam because it is being referenced by object student. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier that we cannot drop any schema which is referenced by any other database object, but as we know that admin schema is blank, we are not having any reference object with the admin schema. So if we execute the same command for the admin schema, so we can be able to drop this schema. So drop schema name admin. Yeah, it is successfully deleted. So we can say that if we are having any schema with object reference, so we cannot delete that schema, but if we are having any schema with reference, then we cannot delete, and if there is no reference, then we can delete. So you can see that how can we create the schema, how can we transfer the schema, and how can we drop the schema. Schema is very useful, like we are going to create some different module and we want to secure our tables. So in that case, we can create our own schema for that security purpose. So thank you for watching my session. And friends, if you please like, subscribe, and share this channel if you think that this video is helpful. And you can also mention your comment if you need any specific topic video. So I will try to create that video for you. Thanks for watching this session.